If you don't know who I am Jamie from Faye's Violets, and I am here to do gentle flow yoga. Most of my practices are lying on the ground or against the wall. You can also have the option of using your bed. If your bed is against the wall, you can also use your bed when we do against the wall practices. Today, we're going to be focusing solely on the mat on the floor, or if you're in your bed, on the bed. Pay attention to the signals your body is giving you. If something is off or a little too intense, back out. If something doesn't feel right in your body, listen to it. Go only as far as feels somewhat comfortable for you. We're going to the edge of our experience, not the most intense, the edge. As soon as we feel a sensation, we're going to stop right there, pause, and breathe. And let's begin. Okay, so we're going to go on our backs, get comfortable, point the tailbone, and just breathe. You can have your hands out, T, cactus, overhead, but we're focusing on our breath. Pay attention to how you naturally breathe. It needs to be together just to keep your body focused on the breath. Constructive rest is what this is called. Knees together, feet slightly apart. Do you feel any tension in your body? Lengthen the spine a bit. Starting with the tailbone, bringing up the head. See how does that feel? Now we're going to bring awareness. You could take the right hand and left hand to our bellies and focus on bringing the belly up and down as we breathe in and out. In and out. We're going to practice the 3-part breath. Breathe in through the chest. Broaden the shoulders, open the chest, allow it to expand up. Breathe into the ribs. Imagine going sideways, spreading, melting outwards. Keep breathing and allow the stomach to rise as you breathe in. Breathe out, chest comes down, ribs come in, belly collapses. Now we're going to lift, bring your knees hip width apart, feet hip width apart, ground downwards. We want to feel the mound of our toes, which is the base of our toes, as well as our heels and the side of our feet. As we lift, we're going to bring the tailbone up, pelvis comes forward, squeeze the glutes, go as high as you can, and relax. Again, we're going to breathe inward. Point the tailbone, going up. Bring the hips upwards. Squeeze the glutes. Push through the knees. Push down into the ground. And then we're going to release. Now this one, we're going to move our arms. I can move it to the cactus, or we can do a full range of motion overhead. Breathe in. Lift. Make sure you're squeezing the glutes. Bring the arms overhead. Squeeze. Lower back down. Trying to feel every vertebrae as you lay back down to the ground. Shoulders come down. Now we're going to synchronize our breath and movement together. Bringing our hands above head as the hips come up. Breathe in. Rise. Squeeze those glutes. Hands come overhead. And we're going to breathe normally as we squeeze the glutes, holding it for a few seconds. And then calm back down. Bring the hands back forward to the ground. Lift. Hands come up. Squeeze those glutes. Squeeze it as high as you can. Lower back down to the ground. Hands come forward. Hands go back. Glutes go up. Make sure you're pushing through your feet. Pushing the ground away from, pushing down into the ground. Link those knees forward. Squeeze those glutes as much as you can. Now we're going to exhale. Bring the hands forward as our glutes meet the floor. So we should feel nice and warmed up down there. We're going to now come to our sides. And we're going to do sidelining fire, I think a fire hydrant. So bring your hand to the floor. Tuck that bone down. You want to point through the bone, point to your tailbone, through your tailbone. You want to bring that pelvis back, activating the core as we lift our heels to the sky, the side of our feet, up, down, up, down. You can breathe in, go up, or you can do it on the exhale, which is easier if you're new to this. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Should feel nice warm there. Now we're going to move the heel back, rise it up, come forward, back to center, push that heel back, rise up, come forward, back to center, push back, rise up, come forward, back to center, push back, rise up, come forward, back to center. Now let's move back to our backs. We're going to place this leg here, our left leg that we were working on, or your right, which side you was working on. I'm going to place this leg, ankles on the knees. We're going to make sure we point the knee outwards as we point the heel outwards as well. So it's a two-directional motion we're feeling. We want to point our toes at the same time. Lots to remember. Just focus on pointing. Now, we're going to bring the right knee that's on the floor now towards our chest. Keep pushing the knee outward and your heel outward. As you bring this leg inward, feeling a stretch. Only go until you feel the sensation. If it's too intense, back it up and stay there. I'm going to breathe. Final breath. Inhale. Bring it a little closer. Exhale, release. Now we're going to come to the other side. I'm going to my left side. Bring the knees forward. Bend at 90 degrees angle. Hands planted on the floor, one under your head if you prefer. And now we're going to make sure we pointed the tailbone. Bringing our pelvis back towards the tail as we're pointing downward, activating the core. And now we're going to lift our heels and knees to the sky. Lift again. Lift. Keep squeezing the pelvis, pointing that tail. Keeping the spine long. Lift. 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 One more. And then relax. Now we're going to push our heel back, up, forward, back to center. Push the heel back, lift up the leg slightly, bring it forward as we're hovering off the floor, and then back to center. Push the heel back, lift it up, bring it forward, back to center. Push the heel back, bring it up, forward, back to center. Last one, push the heel back, bring it up, forward, back to center. Now let's bring ourselves back to our backs. Bring the heel that we were just working on, the leg we were just working on, bring the heel to opposite knee. Push through the heel, push through the knee of that leg that's now sitting on top of the opposite knee. And now we're going to bring the foot on the leg that's on the floor to our chest. Making sure we're flaring out the knee. Pushing it through the heel as we bring our leg to our chest. Stop at the edge of your sensations. And as you feel sensation, stop and breathe. Now we're going to bring our knee a little closer as we inhale. Exhale, release it back to the ground. How did that feel? Amazing. Okay. So let's stretch our legs forward, facing them on the ground, toes up. Now we're just gonna sit here for a moment, gather our breath. Now on the inhale, we're going to bring one leg to our chest. Now, if this is too intense for you, then bring that foot back to the ground, the opposite foot back to the ground. If not, keep it extended. Wrap your hands around your knee, push through the heel, and we're going to bring the knee to our chest as we push into the heel and back down. Bring our knee to our chest, back down. Bring the knee to our chest, back. Bring the knee to our chest, back. Now let's bring that knee over to the opposite side. I have my right leg going towards the left. And we're going to sit and relax here as we go into a stretch, stretching our back, stretching our, why can't I think of hip flexor. Making sure your shoulder stays grounded. We could look the opposite direction for a deeper stretch. Let's breathe here. Back to center. Extend your leg outward. Now let's do the opposite leg. Remember, you can always keep this leg bent, the opposite, this leg bent. If it's too intense, bring your leg towards your chest. Push through your heel. Make sure your hands collapse nicely over the knee. You should have like a 90-degree angle. We're gonna bring our knee to our chest. Let it go. Bring the knee to our chest. Let it go. Bring the knee to our chest. Let it go. Bring the knee to our chest. Hold a little bit. Now we're going to bring it to our opposite side. Hand comes to your opposite, your left hand comes to your side as your knee twists over to the right. Breathe. Keep your shoulders grounded to the ground as we twist. Feel that stretch in your glutes, your lower back. And then we can turn our heads for a deeper stretch. Your head be turned towards the side that your arm is extended while we're focusing on relaxing in this pose. Inhale. Extend your leg forward. You should be on your back now. And we're just going to pay attention to the sensations in our body for a moment. Now, this option, we can bring both feet to the ground. We can leave it one extended. And we're going to bring our knees back to our chest. I'm working on my left knee. But we're going to grab the back of our thighs. As we push to the heel, we're going to lift the heel towards the sky, feeling that stretch. Sometimes you can feel the stretch in your foot. Sometimes you can feel it in your ankle. I feel it in my ankle a little bit. And now we're going to point the toe, bring it down. Point, allow your heel to be your guide as we point and reach through the heel, float it up to the sky. Keep reaching, reaching, reaching. Point the toe, reach through the toe, float it down. Reach through the heel, bring it to the sky. Really reach through the heel as we're doing this workout. Point the toe, really reach through the toe as we float it down. Last one, reach through the heel, float it to the sky, hold it. Add your sensation, of course. Don't overdo it. For 3, 2, 1, release. Release your leg. Allow it to come back down to the floor. Opposite leg. Hold the back of the thigh. Push through the heel. Reach through that heel as we float it to the sky. Reach, 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 reach. Point the toe, reach through that toe. Float it down. Reach through the heel, float it up. Reach, 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 like you're trying to send energy to the ceiling. And allow it to float down. Oh, point the toe. Point through the toe. Keep pointing, reaching through the toe. Float it down as we're reaching. Reach to the heel. Float it to the sky. Keep reaching, 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 reaching. Point to the toes, point, 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 reach to those toes, float it down. Again, reach to the heel, really reach as much as you can, only goes to the edge of your sensation. Point the toe, reach to the toe as much as you can, to float back down. Release the leg, and breathe. Now, I promise shoulders, I'll deliver shoulders. We're now going to float the shoulder and leg, arm up. So bring our hands to our side. Float the arm, your right arm I'm doing above head as much as you can, keeping your shoulders down on the ground. Float it back down. Bring the shoulder up overhead. Go only as much as you can. If you can't reach that far up, go only as far as you can. If it's to your side, it's fine. And then back down. Now we're going to rise. Allow the hand to rise to the ceiling. Go above head. Only if you can make it this far. Keep the shoulder blades pressed down into the ground. And then we're going to float it back over our heads in front of us, back down to the ground. Float the arm up, overhead, back down to the ground. Let's do this arm with the twisted arm. We're going to float our arm up like little birds, and back down. Keep the shoulder blades pressed down into the ground as we're doing this. Float the arm up, back down. Last one, inhale, arm up. Exhale, arm down. Now we're going to float to the ceiling, overhead and back down. Inhale up, point to the ceiling, overhead, back to the ceiling, and down. Float it up to the ceiling, overhead. Keep the shoulder blades pressed in to the ground. Float it back down. Now let's do a little stretch. Bring your left arm across your chest. Bring your right arm over your left arm. Just same with the right arm. Bring your right across your chest. Bring the left one over. Our bellies. Let's make it to our bellies. We're going to start with our hands planted on the ground, our forehead on the hands. And we're going to point the toes as we press our pelvis down into the ground and release. Press the pelvis down to the ground. Point the toes. Release. Now we're going to press the pelvis down to the ground and lift both legs as we do this. Press down, lift, point through the toes, keep focusing on stretching, pointing through those toes, reaching through those toes. Press the pelvis down, down, down. Keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching. Breathe and release. One more. Point the toes. Make sure you're pressing into the pelvis. Lift, reach, 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 reach. Try to go as high as you can. Edge of sensation though. Reach, 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 reach. Squeeze those glutes to protect that back. Reach, 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 and release. Now, we're going to bring the hands to our sides. Our forehead is coming to the ground. If you cannot do that, please make sure you have a block or a sheet ready for you. Put your head on the floor. We're going to lift our arm behind us. Both arms. Count of 3, 2, 1. Lift your arms behind you. Reach through the fingertips. Reach, reach, reach. You should be compressing your shoulders backwards, down your spine. Reach, 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 reach. Release. Let's do it again. Reach to the fingertips. Lift up towards the sky. Reach, 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 and release. Now we're going to coordinate our hands and our feet. Point the toes, point the hands. Bring the pelvis in, squeeze those glutes on the count of 3, 2, 1. Press down into your pelvis. Reach your toes back, reach your hands back. Open that chest. Make sure your chest is open. Your chest should be open. Squeeze those glutes. Now lift up your chest as high as you can. Bring those shoulders back. Reach, reach, reach. Keep reaching. Keep reaching. Breathe. Pelvis must be down on the ground. Glutes must be activated. Reach, 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 and release. Now we're going to come to the tabletop, tuck the toes, push your foot self away from the floor, knees hip-width apart. You can keep your toes tucked. Hands under shoulders, shoulders are broad. And now we're going to focus on cat and cow. So we're going to point the tailbone forward, bring the back up, bring the head down, push the floor away. Then we're going to bring the tailbone up, back comes down, chest comes back, or shoulders come back, chest comes out, head goes up. Now we're going to tuck the tailbone, bring the back up, push the floor away, head comes down. Bring the tailbone up, back comes down, belly comes down, shoulders come back, head goes up. Open that chest. Really open it there. And release. Come to seated position, easy pose, or crisscross applesauce, some people prefer. And that is the end of our session here. Oh, still learning these keys. I was trying to use my keyboard for quick transitions, but didn't work out too well. All right, so that's the end of our session. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any tips, comment please below. Leave a like if this helps you, and also subscribe. Namaste. Have a wonderful Saturday, Violets. Bye for now.